I am back. And guess what? I'm about to play an objective-based game mode. I'm actually about to play my favorite game mode on this map, Carrington. We're going to do some hard point. But I wanted to talk a little bit about strategy and how to attack objective-based game modes. You know, a lot of people are watching my free-for-all videos and they're like, I want objective-based game mode. I guess this isn't helping them. But it is what it is. I'm going to tell you the same philosophies apply. And I've applied them to every single Call of Duty. Now this one I've chose not to play too many objective-based game modes. Although I play them, I just haven't been posting the videos. Look, I'm experiencing lag in this video too. So if you see my character jumping around, it's not the video. This was actually what was happening in game. I would move forward and press up against the wall. That happens from time to time. But what I want to do in this game, I want to get to the power point. A lot of the Call of Duties, if you've ever played them, there's always this power position, the best position in the map. Once you take it over, you can hold it down and you can change the momentum of the game. Now, the thing that disappoints me about this game, and the reason why I haven't been playing objective-based game modes, is because I don't make the difference that I used to make in other Call of Duties. Don't get me wrong. If I want to just play for KD, I can do it all day. I can camp in a room, go 25-0, things of that nature. The only thing is, in past CODs, the most potent, the most powerful, the highest score streaks made a difference. They rain fair on people. Now here, you call in the highest score streaks. I don't even hide. I don't care what people call in. I'm not even worried about a ball gunner. You don't see it that often, and when you do see it, it's not that good. I shouldn't have reloaded right there. Now I enjoy hard point on here. Watch the gameplay. You're going to see some of the things I'm doing. I'm anchoring this room down. I'm going to lay people down. But let me get back to the point I was making. So in the past, if I called in dogs and swarm, that changed the whole momentum of the game. People had to go running high. We were able to take over the flags. And guess what? That changed the game. Not so much here. I don't care what score streaks I have. They don't necessarily change the game. I help the tempo a little bit, but it's not the difference maker. It's not the Helo pilot from Ghost. It's not the Night Machine. It's not the dogs. It's not even the Raps. So what happens is I get into this game and I can be camping, going hard, and we can still lose. I don't feel like I make the difference that I used to. Now, the only problem I'm having with this game, and when I'm playing objective-based game modes, is my teammates are like Timmy No Thumbs. Look how I got into all my streaks with no problem. Pretty easy. And I'm running with this, I'm running with Recon Drone. I'm running with the Predator Missile. I don't even know what it's called. And this Artillery Barrage. Because this thing is really good in hardpoint. You can just set it over to hardpoint and allows your teammates to catch it. Although it's pretty stupid. It shakes your teammates so hard that a lot of times they can't even control the spawn because they can't see the people coming. But like I was saying, in past CODs, whenever I got the highest score streak, it changed the momentum of the game. This one, the score streaks are not as rewarding. Because there's a lack of reward, it's a lack of wanting to play the objective-based game mode. And it's not that I don't do good. Someone was like, hey, you'll get wrecked in core. I'm playing core. I have no problem with core. I just been having fun with hardcore free-for-all. I've never played it in the past, but I've been having fun with it on this game, so I've been doing what's fun. Now, anchoring this room down is a lot of fun. When I play objective-based game modes, I come here. I call my boy Armlocks to see if he can play. And normally we'll tag team this room. If I got one person guarding this side and I got the other side and we got them steps on lock, it's nasty. Literally, we've played games and I've gotten about 3 or 4 seconds in the hard point, and it's okay. But in this game, like I was saying, meat camping like this doesn't control the tempo. Oh, I was making a point about the players. So you get a lot of players in this game. They're not playing objective. They're camping, but they're not effective camping. Like, I got people, I see them sitting in corners and they may snipe and get 1 kill. At the end of the game, they're like 5 and 36. I mean, like, there's some really, really bad campers. I don't know why any rusher would complain in this game. These guys are horrible. I don't know about the skill-based matchmaking. I don't know if it's a thing or not. Because honestly, when I get players, they are bad. But even in past CODs, even Black Ops 3, if I got a bad player and I called out that mothership, they became the best player. They weren't afraid to run out. You put fear into the other players. You gave courage to your players. But you're not finding that in this Call of Duty. So a lot of times I find myself trying to figure out these game modes. Now, I haven't played the objective-based game modes a whole lot. I played them enough, but I haven't played them just like I did in past CODs. Like, I was nonstop. I probably would have had like 5 days played of objective game modes. Probably 10 seconds of free-for-all. But I've been mostly going free-for-all, and I figured free-for-all. I've broken free-for-all. You guys have seen that. But in this objective-based game modes, I'm trying to figure out what works best. What's the best score streaks? Although the score streaks aren't the best, what can I do that will give my team an advantage? What can I do to reign terror? So I'm going with this score streak. Look, the guy was glitching. I'm glitching right now. I'm hitting a lag spike, and I'm a little worried about that. I'm going to die because of a lag spike. It can happen, but I'm not going to complain about that. Like I said, this isn't a complaint about the lag, but I really do wish they would buff the score streaks. Make them dangerous. When I call out paratroopers, I want them to get 17 kills. Okay, that may be a little much, but at least these guys should come out like dogs. They should come out like rabbit killers. I want 5 or 6 Marker J's dropping. Ooh, look at that kill feed. Lay them down. And see, this artillery barrage, it doesn't work in every game mode, but in this one, it's great. But like I was saying, if you're going to get paratroopers, these guys should be going around. Each one should get like 2 to 3 kills. These guys, sometimes I call them out, I'm lucky to get 2 kills. And to me, that is a little disappointing. I know some people are like, they're almost happy the fact that campers aren't being able to be as effective with their score streaks. But I've always played the game for their score streaks. So now I'm relying on my smarts. These trip mines are definitely deadly. If they nerf these things, I don't know what I would do. But don't forget, I'm also just as good with the C4. You guys, I haven't done it in this game, but you could put a C4 on a flag. When people capture it, blow them up. You don't need a warning system. But I haven't been doing it as much, just because these trip mines have been awesome. And they've been laying people down. Now look at this game. So here's the problem. I done dropped score streaks several times. They're still running away with the game. Usually at this point, I got to decide, am I going to keep camping? Or am I going to jump out and be more of an objective player? But I'm still waiting because the game isn't out of reach. I keep the eye on the game at all times. And a lot of times I'll adjust my play. Look, I'm on a 20 right now. What I'm trying to do is keep these score streaks going. Uh-oh. He almost got me. I'm trying to keep the score streaks going and keeping this team off balance. I'm hoping I would distract them. With them knowing I'm up here, I'm hoping they will put some focus in me being up here and try to get me. You know, I'm laying them down. Once again, I am the king of trip mine kills. And a lot of people keep asking me, how do you replenish them? I don't know why people don't know this. I'm not using Forge or anything. I got on Expeditionary, and if you get to the final rank on Expeditionary, guess what? Resupply is part of it. That's all I'm doing. Look, the dude got lucky there. Little lag spike, but I'm not going to blame it. Maybe my gun skills were just a little off. I'm going to blame lag. But look at that. I went on a nice 20-something tier. We're down. Like, they have double our score right now. You know what I'm doing? I'm being persistent. That's the one thing that I'll do as a camper. I'm probably one of the most persistent people, you know. Like this, I really love this corner right here. The only problem is I do have a hard time seeing these guys. I can blame the color blindness, or I could just say I suck at seeing them. Sometimes I wish I would have Lookout on, and I'm thinking about trying this with Lookout. I think it'll help me a little bit because I can't see those guys too good. Ooh, look at that. I don't get why our teammates can drop score streaks and it actually affects us as much as it affects them. But once again, I'm in my score streaks. You see, there's no problem getting a score streaks. There's no problem holding this room down. Now, let me give you some advice on this room. When you put your trip mine down, set it right here. Wait till they turn the steps. And I'm going to tell you why. If you put it like in front of the steps or a little further down, you can't get people just trying to cut through the hallway. The only problem is, how do you get down there and resupply it? Sometimes people are sitting out that door and they're waiting to shoot you in your back. And so you want to avoid that. Now, what I do is I always wait to get, look at this, see, lag. I always lag. Come on. I always wait to kill someone here, and then I usually put a trip mine in this room. Now, once you put a trip mine in this room, the only thing you got to be conscious of is not to have your back out. And I'll show you when I go to the other side where to position here. So a lot of times I'll put it. Okay, I think I died. the game is, I told you, was some serious glitching. Look at this. Now I'm in the hard point. We're down 157 to 82. Now, don't do that. See how I put the trip mine there? That was a waste of a trip mine. I'm going to tell you now, when you're playing hard point, they throw so many grenades in the room. All it's going to do is take out your trip mine. It's better to go ahead and put your trip mine, like I said, on the turn on the steps. The turn on the steps, and then once I get that set up and I kill one extra person, look at this. See, it was a waste of trip mine. These guys are down here, and I'm going to do something a little silly. I wanted to push a little bit. Look, I throw that down. I kind of want to be a team player at this point because we're losing, and I'm like, man, what the heck? I might as well go for the win. I've proved I can camp that, and look, I got laid down. Now, let me give the advice again. When you put your trip mine down, make sure it's coming up the steps. The reason being is when they die, their little satchel, their little bag is in a position you can grab it easy and you can put it, and you don't have to worry about people shooting you in your back. Now, when you're in the other room, you want to avoid being up. Ah, come on. I'm trying to give advice and they're killing me. You want to make sure you're not out so someone can stand on this roof and snipe you. They get up on this little roof and they snipe you. So you want to kind of be to the right of that. You want to have a trip mine there to kind of coax them to come in. See, they can see you right there. So a lot of times when I'm playing, I'm to the right here. So you can't see me. Look, trip mine on this side. And then when you're in this room, you got to be careful being here until you get a trip mine. Like, I'm just trying to go ahead and push the tempo a little bit. Look at the score. It's 200 to 103. We're not out of it yet. And look, my trip mines are laying people. Now, see right here? Now they can't see me. There's no one. If someone was sitting down there waiting to shoot me, they wouldn't even see me. Now, don't get me wrong. My back is vulnerable through that window. But once again, I'm reading the mini map. Look where my teammate's placed. I have a teammate kind of there to the left, so I'm kind of counting on him. Now, sometimes you count on these turds and they let you down, but you got to risk it. Ooh, look, he thought he was slick. He was trying to be slick with it, but you know what? Look, put it here. Now, the one thing I got to remember to do is to grab a secondary gun whenever I can, because a lot of times I get really, really short on bullets. And look, now my teammates are starting to push. Now, I don't know if I lost some teammates, and here's another great spot from this window. That's what I'm saying. If I had arm locks, he would sit in this window and just take people out as they come around that corner. You can hear them when they're kind of climbing up. You can shoot them in their face, and then you just got to pay attention to the spawn. The great thing about this room is you could turn around and shoot them coming out the spawn. Look how I got a teammate to the right. Look on the mini map. Look, my teammate just spawned behind me. So guess what? There's only one way they can come. Now, they can come up the other left lane on the far left, but I'm not worried. Once again, I have a mine guard in that door, so more than likely they're going to come from this way. So I'm just trying to watch and see if they come this way and be patient. I think that's probably the number one thing about camping is being patient. And look at this. These guys had a big lead on us, but guess what? We're starting to come back. And if you do play hardpoint, knowing where the hardpoint is going to go next is huge. I remember I used to be the guy that just got to the hardpoint first, and that's definitely... What the heck? Okay, so once again, the game is kind of glitchy. But this is how the gameplay was. So a lot of times it was getting me out of position, but it's okay. And once again, I'm back over here. I'm looking over here to the right. I'm watching where my teammates are spawning, and I'm watching where my teammates are. All of a sudden, you have a game now. My teammates are pushing the spawn. I'm doing my job. I am camping. I'm getting into score streaks. So what I need to do is make sure I keep getting into these score streaks and I'm hitting these other guys so that they're not able to take me out. Now, here's the only problem I have right now. I am very vulnerable to the back. I need to kill somebody. So I'm getting into this to see if anyone's coming behind me. And this way I can kind of preemptive strike in case they were trying to come behind me. But that's the only vulnerability. And look, I can watch that right there. Now I'm about to die. Look, I heard my trip mine go off, but I still was trying to lay them bullets into those people. Because at this point, I'm just trying to win. You guys see I can camp that room. Trip mine to the bottom, get a trip mine to the top. And you can kill people from different angles. But now it's all about the win. I know a lot of people don't realize that I'm always trying to win the game. They think I'm just camping for KD, but I like to win. Anyone that's played with me, know I prefer to win. My win-loss is about a 2 in this Call of Duty. The Infinite Warfare was over 3. I do like to win. And it's not all about KD, but at the same time, I do like to have a good KD. I like having over 2 KD. It just kind of represents the way I play. And don't get me wrong, if all I did was camp, my KD would probably be closer to like a 5 or something. But I don't always just camp. Sometimes I rush, sometimes I'm the objective player. That's just how I like to play. It's not all about the camp. Look at that guy. He got me with that thing. I heard that guy behind me. But look at the score right now. Look, we are coming back. And it's about laying them down. So what I want to do right now is kind of keep these guys off track. I'm going to go ahead and put my trip mine here. I'm still going to get into my spot. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can guard this spot over here. Look at this. They're right over here. Where they at? Look, I'm worried about where they at. Look, I'm picking up the tempo a little bit. I notice I do that sometimes. Look, we are close to winning. I want to make sure these guys don't get any. So right now I'm just trying to play smart. Look, these guys are still over there. Look, there you go. Get laid down. I'm still camping. I'm still holding down the spot. But right now, score streaks are coming handy. With the game being this close, look, we just took the lead. We're up 244 to 237. And this is after being down like by 100. These guys was crushing us. But this is what I'm saying. Your teammates, when they get courage, it makes all the difference. I just wish score streaks would help them with that courage. You guys, that's how I attack the objective-based game modes. I just wanted to kind of drop this, guys, for you. Let me know what you think. But anyway, I am out. You know what? Not a bad game. Almost dropped a 40 bomb. I am out with 3 seconds in the hard point. Let's go.